This practice brought to you by Mindful, helping millions of readers and listeners find peace, build focus, tame anxiety, and build a future based on kindness and compassion. Join us at mindful.org/newsletter.
The body scan. The body scan helps us learn to move from doing into being. As we use the opportunity of the body scan to reconnect with our body by exploring sensations we notice as we go through a scan of the entire body. You might like to do the body scan lying down because it's a longer practice and it will give you the chance to explore the sensations, but if it helps to maintain wakefulness, you can also do the body scan seated. Begin the body scan by beginning to notice your body making contact with the seat or the floor. You might like to have a pillow underneath your knees for comfort, and you might wish to have a blanket with you. You can close your eyes if that helps diminish distraction, but you can always also just half close your eyes with a diffused gaze if that's more comfortable and appropriate for you to do the body scan. Noticing the body making contact with the seat or the chair or the mat if you're lying down. Feeling pressure, the force of gravity on your body, simply noticing where your body is making contact with anything, including your clothes or the air. And taking a few breaths here. And now shifting your attention intentionally to noticing the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out naturally. No special breath, just being aware of this breath as it moves in and out of your body. Breathing in, belly rises. Breathing out, belly falls. Attending to this as best you can in this moment. And perhaps even with each out-breath, feeling like you're sinking just a little bit more into the seat or the mat. On your next breath, or the one right after, shifting your attention intentionally to beginning to explore sensations you might notice here today in your face or head. Beginning with your forehead. What sensations do you notice in your forehead? Perhaps you notice a tight band there, or maybe prickliness or pulsing. Perhaps you notice moisture. Or maybe you don't really notice anything. And you can notice that. Nothing to fix or change or judge. Simply noticing the sensations that are present in the body. you'll notice how quickly the mind begins to wander. Yep, the mind wanders. This is what the mind does. Throughout the body scan, when you do notice your mind wandering, good noticing. And once you do notice, gently and kindly, that's very important, to take the attitude of gentleness as we notice that attention has been drawn elsewhere, and gently and kindly escorting it back to wherever we are seeking to explore. In this case, we're in the forehead. And now moving into the eyebrows and eyeballs. What sensations are here? Cheeks, jaw, perhaps noticing if you've been holding your jaw. You could let it go if you'd like, or just notice it. Sinuses, and the nose, and lips, mouth, tongue, chin, ears, exploring inner ear, perhaps noticing tingling or the air, or maybe you notice your ears feel neutral, and you can notice this. And the back of the head, perhaps noticing where it makes contact with the floor if you're lying down. And the top of the head. Does that feel different than the back of the head? What do you notice? And on the next out breath, releasing this intentional exploration of sensations in the face and the head. And on the next in-breath, establishing awareness of the neck and the shoulders. What sensations are here? in the front of the neck. Do you notice throbbing or tightness or numbness? Or perhaps your neck is very peaceful right now. And notice that. And the sides of your neck. And the back of your neck. And shoulders. Are you holding anything? Can you notice this? How do your shoulders feel? What sensations are here today to be noticed? Neck and shoulders. And on your next out breath, releasing this noticing of neck and shoulders. And on the next in breath, intentionally moving your attention to noticing sensations in the fingers and hands. And you can either explore them separately or together, beginning with the little finger. And the fingertip. And the joint of the finger. And noticing the spaces between the fingers as you move from finger to finger for this exploration. Are your fingers tight, loose? Do you notice moisture? Or itchiness? Exploring sensations in the body. Noticing each finger, aware of whether the sensations might even be different from finger to finger, or even parts of the fingers. And the thumb, fingernails, and the back of the hand, and palms, wrists, and wrist joints, making sure to check in with both hands, of course, and moving up the arm to the lower arm, exploring the top of the lower arm, perhaps noticing the warm or cool air, or any other sensations you may notice in the lower arms, in the bottom of the lower arms, and sides, elbow joints and elbows, and upper arm, biceps, what sensations are here? Could be throbbing, or pulsing of some kind, tingling, numbness, or perhaps it's very neutral in the bicep. And throughout this practice, noticing how quickly mind wanders to other things. That is very natural. Minds wander. Whenever we notice the mind wandering, we smile, congratulate ourselves for noticing, and gently and kindly. It's important you don't use force, just very gently escorting attention back to whatever body part we've placed our attention on, and right now we are on the upper arm in biceps and moving to triceps. And underarms. And on the next out breath, or the one right after, letting go of noticing this sensations in the fingers, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, underarms, and releasing this, shifting attention intentionally to the torso. Beginning to breathe in the upper chest. Perhaps noticing the effects of breathing as it causes the chest to rise and fall, and feeling this. And solar plexus. And belly, a hotbed of emotions for so many. Do you notice any sensations in your belly today? And moving around to the sides of our torso. Perhaps noticing if the left side feels different than the right side. And moving around to the back, the upper back, perhaps noticing your back making contact with the floor if you're lying down, or maybe noticing if you're holding anything in your upper back, or perhaps it's very peaceful. Just noticing. And middle back. If you ever notice any undue tension, you can always use your breath to breathe into that area of the body and notice what that does. And lower back. Gently exploring sensations here in lower back. Noticing tightness or cramping, itchiness, or maybe things are neutral in your lower back today, and noticing that. And on your next out breath, letting go of noticing sensations in the torso. And on the next in breath, breathing in attention on the buttocks, the hips, and the pelvic region. Allowing your attention to gently hover over this area, noticing any sensations that might be here to be noticed today. Pressure, temperature, tingling or numbness, feeling what's here in buttocks, hips, and in the pelvic region. And on the next out breath, letting go of noticing this area of the body. And on the next in breath, breathing into thighs. Noticing the tops of your thighs. Seeing if there's any sensations here to notice. And the sides of your thighs. And back of thighs. And moving into the knees, and kneecaps, and knee joints. Exploring both knees together, or examining one and then the other. Seeing what you notice. And now moving into the lower leg, I'm going to let you explore this one on your own, checking in with calves and shins. Checking in with sensations in the calves or the shins or anywhere in the lower leg. Waking up to the body. And shifting attention to ankles and ankle joints. and the toes. Just noticing any sensations in the baby toes, the other toes, the spaces between the toes. Toe pads. And the bottoms of the feet, the ball, the arch, the heel, and taking a moment to breathe into and out of the entire leg from the tip of your big toe to the top of your thigh. Just take a few breaths here as you feel sensations moving through the entire lower half of your body. And on your next out breath, releasing this focused attention of noticing sensations in the lower half of your body. And on the next in breath, shifting your attention to the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. And on the next out breath, expanding your attention to notice any sensations anywhere in your body from head to toe, side to side, back to front. Experiencing the entire body as a whole. Perhaps noticing a feeling of spaciousness brought into this present moment. Noticing the body breathing freely. When you're ready, opening your eyes if they've been closed, taking a moment to look around the room and notice where you are, and moving mindfully into these next moments. What did you notice? How do you feel?